Welcome back to the third episode of Mechanical Ascension X Explained. Today, we're talking about prestiging. We talked about reincarnating in a previous episode and item tags in the last episode, but this time we're talking about probably the most important form of progression, prestiging. Prestiging is basically reincarnation for your reincarnations. Once you reach a certain reincarnation, you'll be able to prestige. The requirements for each of the difficulties are listed right here, with easy being 500, normal being 1000, hard being 1250, insane being 1500, and nightmare being 500, and it goes up by the specified numbers each prestige you do. After you prestige, your items that are not soulbound or escrow proof end up in escrow. However, this is not applicable to easy mode, but since I've ascended, I've got some items in escrow. In the higher difficulties, certain items that get put into escrow will also be original locked, meaning you require the original version of the item to get it back. This only applies to ultra reincarnations, and yeah, that's really annoying when that happens, because you get your items back at a certain life, depending on what you're doing, and normal is life 10, hard is also life 10, insane is life 25, and nightmare is life 100. There are caps to the prestige requirements, like easy caps at 17,000 reincarnations, which I believe is somewhere around prestige 260, 270? I'm not quite sure on that. You can also get ultra prestige items. The chance of getting one is roughly 1 in 20, and they're basically the ultra version of a prestige item. Prestige items are the items you get from prestiging, if you didn't know. Astronomical items are also related to prestiging, but they don't take place until after prestige 20. However, if you are above prestige 20, you have a 1 in 5 chance for it to be added into your reincarnation loot pool, and it will stay in your reincarnation pool for the entire prestige until you prestige again. And they have an ultra variant which is 1 in 25 chance of getting. There is also Overachieving. This was a relatively recent addition to prestiging, which allows you to essentially skip prestiges. You need extra reincarnations to do this, and the amount is dependent on the difficulty. As you can see, it's listed below, with easy and nightmare being 60%, normal being 50% more, hard 40%, and insane 30% more reincarnations. So therefore, if you have a requirement of 1000 and you're playing on easy, you'll need life 1600 in order to overachieve. This also allows you to get flawless items if you meet their requirements, and a recent update allows you to get pristine items, which are absolutely awful to try and get because you need to get to prestige with a 1.4 times more than your double overachieve requirement, which is only obtainable after you ascend because you need to upgrade the upgrade to be able to double overachieve. But pristine items are basically just the ultras of flawless items, except way more annoying to get, because you're not even guaranteed to get a pristine item if you get that far, because you have to land on a flawless item to get pristine. But, pristine items are complicated. You don't need to worry about them if you're a relatively new player. The same with flawless, because you need to be ascended for them. But that's basically what there is to know about prestiging. Your overachieve requirement is listed below your prestige requirement in the reincarnation, if you are progressed enough to see that, because I don't think you can see that initially. I think you have to be at a certain point in the game to be able to see it. I just saw it pretty much immediately. I don't know when it actually appears, but there's really nothing more to say about prestiging rather than just where the prestige location is. When you're able to prestige, you have to go to an NPC. The NPC is located nearby these rocky pillars on the map, and you'll see that in the distance there's an NPC there, and you talk to them in order to prestige. So as I just make my way over there at the slow speed of 3 miles per hour. See, I am unable to prestige currently as I'm only life 197, need to be 2.8k. But you can actually view the loot table of what you would possibly get. Now, I can get a lot more items than you could at prestige 1 since I'm prestige 47, but you can view the items and what the chances for them are. As you can see here, like this Bastion Chaos is 1 in 20, meanwhile this thing is 1 in 102. So we'll be getting 6 of those for a setup. And that's roughly about it. That's all you really need to know. Just do prestiges and then get to the Ascension, which I might talk about in a future episode. I don't know which episode that'll be, but it'll probably be relatively soon in the future, I hope. Anyway, that's the end of the video. That's all I have to say about prestiging.